Excellent. Well, welcome to A Day in the Life. As we move through these circumstances, we're not able to do stories the way that we usually would, but we still want for you to be able to hear the stories of those inside of our family, how they're experiencing God, how they're engaging this situation, and for us to be able to, as much as possible, walk through it together. And today we have a special treat because we have the Varela sisters with us. There's not a mistake with your screen. They are twins, and they're going to be sharing with us a little bit of their story. And so, if you would just give us a little bit of an introduction to who you are and what it is that you do.
So I'm Liz. I'm a registered nurse at Overlook Medical Center. Both of us
Both
actually
of
are.
us. Yeah, I'm Diana.
So we both work night shifts, 3 12-hour shifts. And we have 4 days off. So this has definitely been an interesting time, especially with everything that's going on with the pandemic in the hospital. It's been very challenging, but yeah, it's been hard.
Yeah, I'm also a nurse too. We both work on different floors, but since everything's been going on, we've both been working with each other frequently. Within floors, we've been floating a lot, and we've had the opportunity to see each other a little more often at work, which has been nice to kind of support each other through this and be side by side with one another during this crazy time.
Do the patients get a little freaked out when they see the two of you in different places? And
I mean, so sometimes like when we float on each other's floor, so like when she comes to my floor, I go to her floor. We're like extra happy that day. So we're like, oh, like I talk to my patients. I'm like, oh, like come meet my sister. We're twins. She works on one floor, so she'll come and visit my patients. And yeah, they're pretty amazed to see like how like we look and how like we sound. Or I'll go to her floor and her coworkers are like, you sound just like Liz, like
Yeah.
your voice, your laugh, everything. You walk like her, and they're like, this is so weird. Like it's funny to see everybody's reaction.
what
Um,
what is it like to be so active, so busy, obviously, when you're at work, and then you get those days off, and you're in a situation that the rest of us are in that you're inside of your home. What is that transition like?
So it's been interesting because, coming back from work and just like all the stress that we've been dealing with recently with the pandemic going on, and then just kind of coming back to a place where it's very quiet, has been challenging. With everything that's going on, there's been just like a lot of fear that's been going on through the hospital and a lot of anxiety. So I feel like, when we come home, we try our best to, spend time with God and spend time with our roommates. Like we're so grateful that, we have each other during this time,
Yeah.
and that we're not like by ourselves. Like a lot of people, live alone. So we've been trying to really, interact with each other more and share our feelings more and be more vulnerable. Because that's important with everything that we've been going through with at work.
What are some creative ways that you and your roommates have connected as you've been going through this?
I think throughout this whole situation, we've been using a lot of FaceTime. So Zoom, I've never heard of Zoom until this has happened. So a lot of us have been doing like kind of like little happy hours with some of our friends, like at a specific day. And I think for us it's just mostly we do like a lot of FaceTime now. I'm usually like not on the phone and I don't really like to talk to people on the phone, but like this has forced us to kind of just use technology a little more to engage with one another.
Yeah. And then also, like piggybacking off what she said about FaceTime, I've never been the biggest fan of FaceTime, but now, like, when my mom FaceTimes me, I just get so excited. I'm like, yes, my mom's calling me. And just like being amazed, like, how I'm like surprised that she can use it, even though we're not like in the same household anymore. I'm just like, wow, mom, you're so much better at this than I am. And then just like the whole, like, if you're in a group chat as well and you can FaceTime everyone at the same time, I think that's been really cool. to feel a good way to feel connected with everyone. And I've used Zoom before for like worship team meetings, so that's something that I've been used to. But I think what's been really cool is just like how dinner groups have been online as well. And I actually just joined a dinner group this past Monday. I've been part of dinner groups for like the past 5 years since I've been in Hoboken Grace, but I knew that during this time, like community is very important, and just staying connected with people from our church has been something that's been a main priority right now in my life. So it's been really cool to just be together in fellowship, even though we're not together physically. We're able to still remain connected through technology.
Yeah. You mentioned it a little bit. How as we walk through this, how have you experienced God? What does that look like on your journey? Obviously, our rhythms are very different than what they were before. So, what does that look like for you?
I think for me, I mean, before all of this happened, I definitely struggled with rhythms because I feel like every day was busy, like you had work, you have like the weekend comes off, you want to hang out with your friends. So there's just like a lot going on throughout the week. And since this has happened, it's really forced me to really just stay in my house and literally, like pause. And so I've been able to use this time to really just lean on God a lot more than I have been doing lately. And it's just so weird because I feel like God is like telling each and every one of us, like, you guys need to stop, like stop and take a moment to allow me in your life and to just lean on me, because like this time is so uncertain, and like usually we're so used to having everything in control, like our schedule, like we know what we're going to be doing next. And this time it's like, we're just on pause, and I've been able to look at things a lot differently, and just kind of like praying a lot, reading a lot, just reading the Bible, and just realizing that I literally have no control of anything that's going on right now, and it's okay, and it's okay to be afraid, but I know that God is with me. And I feel like his presence has been a lot stronger in my life now than it has been in the past, and like before everything has happened. So I think for me, I just kind of, realized a lot of the times where I kind of put God to the side. And now I'm like really focused on God, So in a way, this is like, although there's like a lot of sad things going on and it's like a hectic time, people are losing their jobs, it's kind of like a blessing, because it's like we're all getting closer to God. And I feel like my faith is being strengthened through this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because similar to my sister as well, I just feel like, during this time, with so much uncertainty and so much, like you see on the media with the news, everything that's going on, there's just so much fear going on. And instead of like choosing to kind of give in to that fear, I've decided, what, I'm going to lean on God. And I'm going to take this time every single day to spend, whether it's either in prayer, praying for our community, praying for those who are in the hospital, praying for, our hospital staff, that we can have the courage and the strength to get through this. And then just spending time in worship with God, and then just being reminded, that he is constant in his love and his faithfulness. And also, I feel like he's just been reminding me of all the situations that I've been in the past, and like our family has struggled with, and remembering that in those moments, we felt like he wasn't working in those situations, but when everything was over, we realized like, wow, God was totally there. He was working in our lives, and he turned that pain into joy, and he turned into something beautiful. So that gives me hope, knowing that even though we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know how long we're going to be in quarantine, we don't know how long this is going to last, but I definitely feel God's presence more than ever. And I know that his love will never fail, and that he's going to do great things through this. So I feel more at peace today more than ever.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And obviously, from your family and all of those who are part of the Hoboken Grace family, thank you so much for what you guys are doing. I mean, it really is. Anthony and I have been talking about it in the mornings. It's such an incredible act of service and love, and a great example of just Jesus' love for us. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us and for jumping on and taking this time to be a part of this. I know it's going to encourage a lot of people. And so thank you so very much. And for those of you who are watching, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.